Hi, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Welcome to the Morning Update Show. I am your co-host, Trey Holiday, and this is actually a very special episode and a very special Friday because I have a very special co-host right here in the studio with me. You guys know him as the one and only Bobbie Stills, the postman. What's up, Bobbie? Happy Friday.
Hi, Trey. This is awkward for me. Usually it's more Salisbury. But today, this is my Omari Salisbury look-alike outfit here. But yes, I am the postman. For you viewers out there who do not know me, I work here. I'm a producer, and today I'm filling in as your co-host. So thank you for allowing me to share this space with you.
Absolutely. You know what? And thanks for all you do, man. Bobbie, you're always behind the scenes making things happen, man. And we appreciate you. I'll say this too. Bobbie makes sure our audio is on point on a daily, y'all. So thank you, Bobbie. I know we got a great show lined up today. Let's get into it.
Yeah. So today we got a couple different things we're covering. We got a couple of live guests. It is Black Awareness Awareness Week, Transgender Awareness Week. And so we have Nicole and Perry from the Washington Black Trans Taskforce. We're going to be talking to Ayron Jones and Shaina Shepard about the Smash fundraiser concert. And then finally, we have Tony B from Rainier Avenue Radio. They're going to be doing a food giveaway this Saturday. Let's go with the first story. So I've been trying to covering the story a little bit. Will you bring that up, Oya? It's from Crosscut.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the CDC. Sorry. So the CDC announced new travel restrictions for the United States of America. We were actually supposed to travel to Tanzania this week, the crew here at Converge, but we decided it best not to travel. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, and a lot of people were planning on traveling for Thanksgiving, but the CDC is recommending it, and so we decided to do our part and kind of stay here. Were you planning on going out of town?
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think so many people are making adjustments right now. I think one of the big things to note about these travel restrictions is that if you are traveling, what they're saying is when you return home, you need to quarantine for those 14 days. And I think that has a lot of people wondering if they should even travel right now, because making that kind of commitment to travel, and then you need to commit to stay inside when you get home. So yeah, it's causing a lot of people to change their plans. I know for me, we're planning to do everything very low key this year, right? There's so much of COVID is on the rise. So I was just explaining that to the boys that, look, no, you can't go play basketball. No, we're not going anywhere for Thanksgiving, right? So this is a new wave, and we're all making adjustments, Bobbie.
Yeah, I know that they're recommending that if you travel outside of the state of Washington and you come back, it is a self-quarantine for 14 days. I did mention to Omari and some other coworkers, I've been talking with a friend up in Canada, and they are on full lockdown. So absolutely no travel, and a 2-person bubble.
Wow.
So I don't think I've read anything from the United States about your COVID bubble. We all work pretty close here, and so you guys are part of our COVID bubble. We try to social distance here in the studio, which is we try very hard to, but yeah, I mean, everybody's got to do their part. So right. Thanksgiving might be tough this year, but there's virtual Thanksgiving, right?
That's right.
I think I'm gonna try to come up with some alternatives for Turkey Day next week. Virtually.
It's also nice too because Zoom has lifted their 40-minute restriction for Thanksgiving.
Good point. I didn't see that.
you can do a Zoom giving this year, and Zoom is being very generous with their platform and saying, look, all free accounts on Thanksgiving Day will be able to be unlimited time.
Yeah.
So you can be with your family for several hours. You can have people popping in. So I think that this is another way to bring people together, when your family's so spread out all over the place.
You fight with your cousins virtually.
There you go.
Next story is going to be the pandemic streets one. I'd actually kind of been working on this story a little bit. I made some phone calls and stuff to SDOT. All you would put that up for me, please. This comes from Crosscut. So back in March and April, the SDOT and Seattle Green Spaces had started dedicating some streets and some greenways, closing them down to cars. Because of the pandemic, they wanted social distancing and stuff. And then also with some of the sidewalks being so narrow and stuff, they didn't want people to come in contact with each other. And so it was kind of a pilot program. We've seen this before, especially on Capitol Hill. I know they had shut down the streets on weekends and things of that nature, but a lot of the pilot programs went pretty well. So they went ahead and decided that they're going to try and keep it that way. There are some people that are opposed to it. And there are people, and let me see. So altogether, it's about 45 miles of neighborhood greenways in 16 different neighborhoods. Some neighborhoods are happy with that decision. Other neighborhoods aren't. I know one of the big ones that people were raising a tough about was Lake Washington Boulevard. So some of the neighbors there are happy because, they ride their bikes, kids can play in the streets. Other ones are upset because they can't get to the parking lots on Lake Washington. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I like how they've been shutting down the streets for small businesses to be able to put dining out safely out in the streets. But then again, it's wintertime now. And so, how are they going to upkeep that? And then with the restrictions on dining and stuff. But I personally like the program. But then again, my neighborhood is, it's pretty much streets that are open for dining and stuff. Have you noticed any of these around town?
I think you're right though too, because I think it really is about how it plays out in your neighborhood, right? And so I know that 25th was where I lived in the CD, and it is shut down, right? So one of the things I like is that they have the markers up there. So it's like, it's technically shut down. They don't want traffic going through the street, but if you if you live on that street, you need to park, whatever, the access is available. So I think it's a kind of a both and almost, right? Where it's like, hey, they're trying to do their part, but they're kind of keeping it open if you have to do that. And then you mentioned a certain area like Lake Washington Boulevard, that's very different, right? Yeah. So that feels completely shut down. It's not maneuverable in that same way. So I think there's a wide variety of, how people are addressing to this. But again, I think the city is trying to take precautions in terms of what else can we do to ensure that people are staying, distant, so that we can really try to make sure we have a handle on this virus. So I think, again, we're seeing a lot of innovative measures right now because this is so unprecedented for us.
Yeah, I mean, I applaud the city on trying new things. This is every day it's changing when it comes to the pandemic. And so they're kind of adjusting accordingly to it. Some things are working, some things aren't working. And you brought up a very good point that Crosscut actually mentions is that, on some streets, you got your kids playing in the streets, but yet there's still car access. So are they safe? But then other places, absolutely no access for cars. And then people are upset because they can't,
Bobbie, you can't please everybody. You see that now.
I try. I do my best. All right. So speaking of the pandemic and businesses, Pike Place Market, they are trying to make sure and let everybody know that they still are open for business and they want you to come support. So they released a new commercial and let you guys take a look at it.
Everyone who visits Seattle knows about Pike Place Market, the home of salmon throwing, fresh produce, fresh flowers, and great local artists. But for us locals, we know Pike Place Market is also home to the very best of what Seattle has to offer, including amazing food, craft drinks, and spectacular views. So this fall, come explore, come discover, because this is our market.
Yeah, make sure to visit Pike Place Market. Everybody has a memory from Pike Place Market.
Yeah.
Do you shop down there often?
It's not often because I'm not in the city anymore. As even though I work here, I don't live here. So then buying certain things, I always want to go to the fish market or buying produce down there. And I'm like, how many hours is it going to be sitting in my car? So maybe not as frequent, but one of the things I love is being able to go there on a Saturday morning with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Go through. We almost always stop at Beecher's for a little cup of mac and cheese, and we share that because it's a part of the thing. We go next door. We get pastries. We try to all the businesses kind of just walking down, buy one thing from here, another thing from here, and we try it as a family. And that's something that me and my boys have done. And we actually were able to do that before the pandemic hit really hard. And that's a memory I cherish for sure. It's funny too, because my 6-year-old, he remembers it so vividly because he was getting all the treats. So he's like, when are we going back down there? I want more cookies and sweets. I'm like, look, I know we splurge when we go down there, but it really is about patroning the businesses. It's such a Seattle icon, you know?
I mean, I have a different perspective of Pike Place Market because, I worked as I was a chef for almost 10 years and I worked predominantly in Belltown. And, I have some great relationships and some great friendships from the purveyors down there. My friend Pam, I think some people have met her here. Shout out Pam Watson. She worked at Frank's Produce. My friend Produce Boy, Jeff, they all deliver from the seafood places. And yeah, you get market discounts, the little trade secrets of being a local down there. I mean, it's something that really makes Seattle special and Pike Place Market special is the relationship you have with the purveyors down there. I love going to the spice market down there. Yeah. It's amazing. So please support those guys. We don't want to see any of those guys, have to give up their stalls. Shout out to everybody at Pike Place Market. We appreciate you, and we'll see everybody get through this.
Yeah. And one of the great things too is that it has less risk. I mean, there's a lot of ventilation. It's open, right? And so I just want to also suggest that too, that when you're thinking about, I want to get out, I want to just maybe take a walk. That's one of the great places to do so and stay safe.
Yeah. Did you happen to watch the Seahawks game last night?
Yeah. All snaps. The Seahawks did it, eh?
They did. Yeah, they won 28-21. Did you watch?
I only watched a little. Again, I was working until like 9, so I be missing a lot. But
did you notice anything different about the field?
Tell me all about it.
Do you know what field they actually play in? What the name of the field is?
Yes.
What is it?
It is CenturyLink.
The Clink, yeah.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
What?
Oh yeah, roll that clip, please.
A stadium in Seattle that today goes by a new name.
2020, once again reminding us that change is the only constant.
Oh, they're changing the name?
Yeah, it's going to be Lumen Field.
Lumen? Yes, CenturyLink Field, the home of the Seahawks and Sounders, officially going by the name Lumen Field, a corporate rebranding for CenturyLink, who secured the naming rights through 2033.
If they keep playing the way it's going, I'd call it the toilet bowl.
Social media not too happy either. Fans brainstorming for nicknames. How about the Loom? And yes, of course, the Lou.
Sorry, Mama.
The Lou.
Oh, you got me. I mean, what in the world?
Oh, yeah, that's good comeback. Yeah, well, we're going to have the Lou. We're going to have the Crack House where the Kraken play. I mean, hopefully T-Mobile's new. I don't know. Let me just.
I don't like this.
Hey, Seattle's ever changing. So Lumen Technologies, right? So on September 14th, they actually announced their rebranding. So it's still CenturyLink. They just rebranded to Lumen Technologies. And so they decided, hey, get our name up there.
I think they should have did a poll. I'm going to say this right now. The public is so charged. They're so engaged with almost everything. I really, if I was them, I would have done a poll to the people of Seattle. Hey, what do you guys think? Do you guys love the Clink? Do you want to keep it the Clink? Do you guys want to embrace this new brand of ours, Lumen, and call it the Lou? They could have actually done a collaborative process. I know you're going to say that, but look, bring the community into this decision, man. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Do you have CenturyLink as your internet provider?
I don't.
Okay, then I don't really think they care about
No, see, that's the problem. They should care. Yeah. They should care.
And speaking of small businesses out there in Seattle, I'm a small business owner. Lots of our friends are small business owners. The Seattle Met came out with a comprehensive list of some COVID relief resources. Will you put that up for us, Oya? All right, so if you visit seattlemet.com, they have a list of about 6 different sites you can go to for relief if you're a small business owner. There's some grants up there. couple different things. And then if you're a worker, they have about 4 different resources for you to check in with them. And, hopefully we can keep small businesses afloat. I just want to remind everybody out there, do your part. I know that, the pandemic's going on and you're not supposed to go out and visit, but a lot of places are doing takeout, that not a lot of dine-in, but please support all small businesses. It's pretty sad walking around in Seattle and seeing places close. And I think it might have been Seattle Met that came out with a list that 150 different small businesses around Seattle have closed and are never going to open back up.
Yeah, this is exactly why. I mean, I loved being able to highlight the restaurants that we did while, when COVID was first striking. Clearly, Jerk Shack, our guy Trey Lamont down there, just really transforming his menu, his staff. Restaurateurs are having to adjust majorly. And so I agree with you. It's one of the things that I really do on a weekly basis is patron local businesses, especially small local restaurants. A lot of these restaurants are family owned. And so one of the things when you start talking to these owners, you realize, man, this is all the family is involved. They spend all their time in the restaurant. They spend all their time doing the prep. I mean, it is a full-on life. And so I agree with you, Bobbie. Anything we can do to support those kinds of businesses and ensure that they are able to keep their doors open, please support them.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly second that. I think Converge does a really good job, and I'm proud to work here. We try to highlight small businesses, community-based organizations that, are family-owned. I really appreciate that. And I'd hate to see these places go away. So please, whatever you guys can do to support them, we'll put the link up for these resources. Holler at Nikki today. And then finally, it's Feel Good Friday. Yeah. And I think that's why I wanted to be on here because, I'm always feeling good. And what I feel good about is last night's verses. I won't even mention it. I'll just let Aya play the clip and then we will talk about it later.
What's up? Hey! Where your eyes at? Where your eyes at? Where your eyes at? Let's go. I'm so
So icy.
So icy.
So icy. So that is Jeezy and Gucci Mane, 1017. Did you happen to catch the verses?
I didn't.
Did you hear about who won?
You know what? It was all over everything, but I didn't even see anybody declare an actual winner.
I think we all won. Okay.
Love that.
I think the best part about this, 20 years in the making. They've been beefing for 20 years. They spoke about it on the verses, and it's kind of that thing of where they're trying to, settle the beef, show the younger generation that, even though we have differences, there's been, all sorts of legal stuff behind their beef, and they squashed it, and they came together, and they did it at Magic City in Atlanta. A lot of people in attendance. I think this is the first verses that they actually featured on Apple TV. So it was started by Timberland and what's the other guy's name?
I forgot. But
Alicia Keys, Swiss Beats.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
The one thing I did want to mention before we left this is that Travis Scott, man, a younger guy, he jumped on top of this so quick and was selling Jeezy versus Gucci Mane merch that fast. It sold out that quick. And I don't know if it's an official collaboration, but man, the hype beasts were all over it. And yeah.
Well, I'll say this. This is some of the things that I've absorbed about it after it aired yesterday was that the hip hop culture is such a driver, I think, for how people understand certain things around personal relationships, conflict. And it's funny how this particular kind of battle between them really played out in the public. I think so many people, watching this unfold for all of these years and actually being involved with all the mixtapes that were dropping, all the beefs that were happening, all the little slick lines and all the little songs, and people tying all of that together to understand the compilation of this beef. So that's what was so intriguing to me, was that so many people understood this beef on an intricate level, and it's like the fact that pop culture permeates our lived experience in that way. That's how I was absorbing it, right? I mean, I watched the Brandy versus Monica battle because I'm a Black girl, right? I mean, for me, they were everything. You know, they were both everything. And honestly, hearing so much chatter about this battle, seeing, you know, Jeezy on the Breakfast Club, I'm like, they have done a full-on gambit to understand the beef, how people can resolve it. To me, it was so beautiful because it's something you don't see enough between two Black men, two strong alpha males, right? That really have strong legacy in terms of their artistry on their own right. And also too, I learned something because when you have two up and coming hip hop artists coming from like the same area, you know, there was some talk about how Gucci Mane was accredited because everybody's seen him out there and they knew who he was, and Jeezy, it wasn't necessarily the same, and he had some different kind of ties, but his music was popping. And so how it resonated with the people is so organic. So honestly, I love the fact that they were able to squash the beef and really showcase that. Squish the beef.
Squish the beef.
Yeah. The beef. But you know, showcase that to everybody. It's beautiful, man.
Yeah, I actually heard him. He shouted out Waka Flocka in one of his raps, and he doesn't really do that. So hopefully we can hear him and Waka Flocka back on track together. All right, guys, we're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna have Nicole and Perry from the Washington Black Trans Task Force.
My parents coming over here as refugees meant that they didn't really have anything when they came to America. Having reliable healthcare and having a reliable doctor was really important. 共同của tôi, trạm y tế của tôi.
我的社区，我的诊所。Mi comunidad, mi clínica.
بلشدة هي بقارها.
My community, my clinic.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your man, the Big O. Want to take a moment here, first of all, to say thank you for your support of Converge Media. We definitely wouldn't be here without you. Secondly, I want to thank everybody who is a supporter of Converge Media on Patreon. We definitely appreciate your support. And for those of you might not know, I'll let you know, we operate 100% off of donations. Some donations big, most donations small, but we love all donations all the same. If you haven't done so yet, I want to encourage you to go on our website to whereweconverge.com/donate and subscribe. You click on the Patreon link and you can subscribe for as little as $5 a month. There's higher tiers beyond that as well. And just know that your subscription literally keeps us on the air. Once again, I want to thank you for all your support.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Morning Update Show. I'm your co-host, Trey Holiday. I hope you guys are already making it a happy Friday. We sure are over here on set with my co-host for the day, Bobbie Stills.
Welcome back, you guys.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to be bringing on Nicole Lynn Perry from the Washington Black Trans Task Force. Welcome, Nicole, to the Morning Update Show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. We're so glad to have you. I hope you're enjoying your Friday so far.
It's a Friday. It's a little bit harder because of what today is, since it is Trans Day of Remembrance, but it's one of the, at least it is Friday.
Please tell us all about Trans Day of Remembrance.
Well, Trans Day of Remembrance, as well as Trans Awareness Week, it is a time when we bring knowledge about our brothers, sisters, and siblings, not only those who have gone before us, but knowledge about those who are still here, like myself, as well as other members of the Black Trans Task Force. And reason why it's important is for the fact that there's so many things out there that many people don't know was either started or done by a trans person because of discrimination in some cases, and sometimes it's just not known about. So one of the common phrases that I hear a lot is, I don't know a trans person. You probably do know a trans person, they just might not have told you either.
Wow. Well, you know what? It's great because there has to be kind of a connection between awareness, and I know that this is also about resources. Let us hear a little bit more about the resources out there for the transgender community.
Well, one of the is the organization that I work with, the Black Trans Task Force, and some of the things that we're doing right now include getting ready to start a housing project for houseless trans folks, especially the houseless Black trans folks. But we're also doing other things. Like today, we'll actually be hosting an event later on about Trans Day of Remembrance, where we remember those who have gone before us this year, but also remember those in our community that we have lost. And best way to find out more about what we're doing is if you email us at wabbttf@lavenderrightsproject.org. There we can connect you with all the projects that we're doing within the community.
Wow, amazing. And so you guys are actually actively requesting folks to send your emails so that they can join in. Absolutely. Well, is there anything else you want to make sure our audience knows before we let you go this morning? I'm so glad that we're able to put a highlight on this.
Biggest thing that just because you think you don't know a trans person, there may be one sitting or standing right next to you and you don't even know it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Nicole, thank you so much for joining the Morning Update Show today. We are glad that we were able to share this information with our audience. We always want to keep our people engaged and informed. Thank you so much for your work.
Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Wow. I mean, the thing about it, Bobbie, is that, again, Converge is bringing the information to the people. I think for me, my person, I didn't know about Trans Awareness Week. So here we are again. And it's funny, just last night, me and my mom were going over certain terms because there's a lot of terms regarding gender roles and people understanding a lot of this. And so we were looking up, well, what is a unicorn? What is it this? I mean, we were trying to figure it out because when people identify themselves as something, I no longer want to be ignorant about what that is, right? I really want to understand it now instead of just being like, well, that's some new age stuff I don't understand, or it's not a part of my lived experience. But I think so many more people now with the awareness coming out and with so many things happening in terms of, the sexual movement and the movement around, male and female gender roles. I think that it really is on us to, educate ourselves a bit, because again, what Nicole was just saying there is so true. Just because you don't know or think you don't know a trans person, they may be right there in your vicinity. And it's a great opportunity for you to learn a little bit more about their world.
100%, most definitely. I really appreciate her coming on the Morning Update Show to let us know about some resources that people can go. I know it's hard for people sometimes because they might not know a trans person, but they actually might know a trans person. So if they have any questions or any issues, I think this is a great website to visit. Email them, ask any questions. I know for me personally, I always try to educate myself, and I still have questions, even though I know people in the trans community. So I really appreciate Converge shedding a light on the transgender population.
Absolutely.
And raising awareness. We're going to take another short break. When we come back, we're going to have Ayron Jones and Shaina Shepard talking about the Smash fundraiser concert. This is the Morning Update Show. All right, we are back, you guys, and I am happy to welcome Ayron Jones, Shaina Shepard, and Chong the Nomad to speak about the Smash fundraiser concert. Welcome to the Morning Update Show, guys.
It's good to be here.
Morning.
Good to see you all.
I am super excited. I know Shaina. I've met Ayron before in passing, and I'm a really, really, really big fan of Chong the Nomad. So I get to fanboy out. I'm going to let, Triana take over the questions about the Smash fundraiser.
She fixed it.
Hey, Shaina.
Hi, you guys.
Yeah, welcome back, Shaina.
Look, that's what happens when you're on live TV. You know what I'm saying? We roll
That's
with the
right.
punches here. Shaina, you know all about it. Well, it's so great to meet you, you two. I've been familiar with Shaina now for a minute, and honestly, I'm just excited. Anytime we can highlight the artistry happening. So, my first question for you guys is why you choose to support Smash.
Oh, if I could say something, it was kind of a no-brainer. This is just an ongoing event for Seattle Children's Hospital, and like so many legends have, Seattle legends have done it. So when I got the first email and they told me that they would like to pair me up with Casper Baby Pants, aka Chris Bailu, aka frontman for Presidents of the United States of America, a band that I grew up on. Well, didn't grow up on, but I listened to a lot, like in middle school and high school. No brainer for me, like, and everything was super fun.
Well, you know what? We've been hearing about Smash this week. I mean, clearly, it is such a great organization, and I want the audience to hear a little bit about how Smash has been able to support you personally. Any one of you, or maybe all of you, have a little anecdotal something about how Smash has been able to support you.
For me, I mean, Smash has supported me by giving me insurance after not having insurance. So that's been great. Also, I mean, like you know, like John has said, you know, just the opportunity to still perform and still continue to connect with some of your idols and some of the people that you really respect in the industry have been like pretty monumental for me personally. I mean, well, can I just pause it? I don't know. I've already been. So hey, Ayron.
Hi, Shaina. How are you?
I'm good. This is crazy. Thank you, Converge, for bringing us together, because this one, that man right there, I miss you and your beautiful life and your beautiful family. I love you. And I miss Alda so much, too.
Oh, I miss you, too.
This is like, come on. Can we, like, I mean, you know.
Absolutely. No, you're right. I mean, COVID's making us all adjust, right? And so I love how you're like pointing up. You're like, this man right here. You know, I mean, that's what it's about. Let's give you some time, Ayron. Ayron, tell the people a little bit about your history, your music, your artistry.
Yeah, I was born and raised right here in Seattle. I came up playing the music from the coffee shop to the big stage, from, you know, playing over at old school Mr. Spot's Chai House when I was like 18, 19 years old, to grinding my way up. I mean, I've known for a number of years. I mean, I've crossed paths with many different locations in Seattle, and you know, I worked my way up to the bigger stages into playing Sasquatch and Carnegie Hall and opening for some of the biggest rock and roll acts in history. And currently, I'm number 7 on the Billboard mainstream media rock charts. You know, I've been grinding my whole life, and so when I got asked to do Smash, I mean, it was no brainer. I mean, obviously, you know, having been through what it's like to be a musician on the grind and not having insurance, and you know, to have to really fend for yourself and find other ways to take care of yourself when you're sick and all that. I mean, I know how it is, man. So it was really obviously a no-brainer to work with the artists I'm working with, and you know, to be a part of it and to follow in the footsteps of the, you know, the artists that laid the groundwork before me. You know, the Mike McCready's, the Kagans, you know, the Alice in Chains, all those cats. You know, as I'm rising as an artist, you know, I'm making sure to keep putting my work back into Seattle, keep bringing it back home. You know, and I know what it's like to be a musician on the grind.
You know, I so love that. It just gave me chills listening to you say that, because I think what we experience so much in Seattle is a lot of greatness leaves. I know so many of us feel that, and especially when it comes to entertainment, artistry, musicianship, like all of those things. I think people are like, well, it's not happening for me here in Seattle. I got to go to LA, got to go to New York, I got to go to Texas, I got to go somewhere, Nashville, right, where I can like make my break. And so I love that, you know, folks like yourselves are staying true to Seattle. I'm going to ask you guys lastly, because, you know, this song, the Songs of Hope, I know it's attached to a fundraising goal. Let's hear a little bit more about that, you guys.
Well, yeah. I think each of us. It's so funny. I don't think we really thought about the fundraising goal. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was just kind of a bonus for us. You know.
Going back to that last question that you asked, how Smash has changed each of our lives individually. It actually like helped me get out of a huge writer's block that all throughout the summer, all throughout September, I was just not writing anything at all. And then this opportunity came up, And I don't know how much I can reveal what I did with Chris Bailu yet, but he sent me stems over and he said, do whatever you want with them. And like that just opened the floodgates for me creatively. So I'm in a good place right now, as good as a place as you could be mentally right now. So yeah, it's good.
Did you guys have any say about who you got teamed up with? You know, how did that happen? Did you pick out of a hat? Did they kind of align you guys with somebody, you know, that's offsets each other? You know, could you let me know? Was there any rhyme or reason as why they paired you? Who they paired you with?
I don't think so. I think they just paired. Well, for me, my perspective is I was just paired with Duff McKagan. I think that, like, you know, the folks over there at Smash, they're all musicians and artists that have been, you know, in the Pacific Northwest music community so much, and they know such a great pulse on like what has happened in music, what's continuing to happen, and also younger, newer talent that's happening. And like Duff, you know, I got to shout out Michael Nussberger and you know, he and all the musicians in the band over there, because when me and Duff like met, and because we had the opportunity to work together, both of us were like, what? Like, this is cool. But then as soon as we started singing and we started talking about influences, it was like, okay, this is like the combination of many people understanding who we are as individual musicians, what our goals are, and like what our influences are. And it was like this really cool like matchmaking process, you know. It was really cool.
You know, it sounds so magical, Shaina. And what's up, Shaina? Happy Friday, girl.
Hey, girl.
Sprinkle some more magic on it. But you know what, you guys, this has been phenomenal talking to you guys. I'm so glad that we have some more information out about Smash. Please, when is this happening? Where can people connect? I know it's coming up soon. Tell the people about that.
Oh, November 22nd.
Yeah.
4 p.m. I think. And hold up.
November 22nd. You can stream it. It's actually, you guys are streaming. I'm simulcasting it at Converge Media too. So I think you guys are. But 22nd.
Yeah,
we're simulcasting it.
It'll be right here so folks can watch on the 22nd at 4 p.m. Thank you guys all for joining the Morning Update Show this morning. Give us a little bit more insight on this event and this amazing organization. I'm so glad you guys are all now insured, especially during COVID.
Thank you,
Thank you guys. We appreciate you.
It's an honor. Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it.
Wow, what another great, event. And I think I love that we here at Converge are showcasing how Seattle is stepping up for the artists here. It's a beautiful thing to witness. Bobbie, I know you're connected.
Yeah, I really am happy about, Smash doing this, and that we were actually able to be involved and simulcast it. Oya, and this is her crew. We love her. Shaina's, down with Converge. And, like I said, Ayron, I've watched him come up from the small coffee shops. And Shaun the Nomad, if you guys don't know who she is, I highly recommend you guys look her up. She does it all herself. And so, when they talk about Smash, the impact that lugging all of your own, instruments, being up on stage, jumping around, it really has an effect on your body, and it's tough, until you make it big, you might not have money for insurance. So I think this is very, very, very important to raise awareness about this and raise some funds for the musicians out there, because I really appreciate the musicians out there. I hold it near and dear to my heart. And to add to what you said earlier is, these guys could have easily took off to LA or New York or wherever, but they stuck it out here in the Pacific Northwest. We appreciate that. And then they're also being paired up with some great Pacific Northwest artists. Yeah.
See, you know what? It doesn't get any better. And I also love that those big name artists are working with it's like paying it forward, sending it back. I just love that. It's a full-on collaboration. So you guys know we have one more break coming up, and we're excited. On the other side of this, we're going to be talking to Tony B about the food program coming up this week. Stay tuned. You're watching the Morning Update Show. little beat right there.
Yeah, we were dancing. Came up on us pretty fast.
Well, I am so excited, man. Every time we can get this pioneer of media on to our set, I'm always elated. Oh, yeah, please, let's bring on Mr. Tony B of Rainier Avenue Radio. Hi.
What's up, Converge family?
Tony B in the place, man. I was always so great to have you on Converge and to be doing collaborations with Rainier Avenue Radio. Please, I'm excited. Rainier Avenue Radio is stepping up, providing some food. Let's tell the people all about it.
This Saturday, we are doing a community food giveaway right in the Central District at 810 23rd Avenue, just off the corner of East Columbia Street and 23rd. And like, here's the deal, y'all. We have steak, we have chicken breasts, we've got ground turkey, we've got ground beef, we've got fresh produce. This is in partnership with God Is, and we've got dessert, we've got dairy products. So whatever it is, we're trying to take care of you. It's going to be safe and social distance. You can just come through. We're not asking any questions. Anybody who wants to get the food, we invite you to come on down. We've got a lot of it, and it's just making sure that our community is, is well fed during the holiday season. So 11 to 1 this Saturday. Come on down and pick up some grub and make sure that you're cool.
Wow. Well, you know what? You never cease to amaze me. I mean, you already got all of these programs on Rainier Avenue Radio. You're keeping the youth engaged now with your new space. And now you're utilizing that space to provide some food for the community. Sounds like some great stuff. I know we're in here going, what? Steak?
Yeah, I know. I might want to come by. Yeah. Is there anything that do you guys need any volunteers? Do you guys need any more donations or anything else? Any other way people can help you guys?
Oh, yeah. Certainly. If there are folks who would like to come down and volunteer and assist, more than welcome. I think that what we're going to end up doing is doing this every weekend all the way up through the holidays. And so this is a partnership with God Is. And so if there are folks out there who have things that they want to contribute, please, we'll be there. And at the end of the day, this is just another effort for us to make sure that we serve the community. And, we're responsive, and you know how it is. You got to be reactive and proactive. And during this time, it's just it's easy to, to forget that everyone doesn't have everything that they need. And so, again, I encourage, even if you think, well, maybe we're not a candidate for this, come down and get you some food. We have.
I love that you said that, because a lot of the time, so many things are really income restricted. It's not always open to everyone. So I love that you guys don't have any restrictions in that regard. Tony B, is there anything people need to bring? Do they need to bring bags in order to take this stuff back with them? Will you guys have that there for them? Can they just show up?
Oh, Trey, you know what? I'm glad that you said that. Please bring a bag. We don't have bags, so we are asking you to bring your own bag. And then you also get to pick your own food items. So it's a no-touch thing for us. Just bring a bag and an appetite. And hopefully there's someone who can cook.
Well, Tony B, thank you again, man. Rainier Avenue Radio, always showing up for community. You know what I'm saying, Bobbie? Always. And we're so thankful that we have these community media outlets, and we're able to, do these collaborations where we can showcase what you got going on. I know you showcase what we got going on. We appreciate this constant collaboration, Tony B. Thank you again. So this is happening one more time for the people. Please give them the details.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 810 23rd Avenue, right in the Central District, just off of the corner of East Columbia Street, right on 23rd.
Tony B, Rainier Avenue Radio, thank you guys for your continued commitment to community.
And thank you to Converge Media, our Converge Media family.
We love you, man. Make it a great day.
Thank you, Tony.
We may see you out there tomorrow.
All right. Come get some steaks.
That's right. Bye. Oh my goodness, man. Steak for the people. No income restriction. Just bring your own bag. Come on, man.
Some lobster too.
And look, people
live lobster.
I just
bring an ice chest.
You know, organizations like God is, you know, this is what I'm talking about. It's so many great collaborations happening. We were just talking about Smash, which is another collaboration. All of this, I think COVID is showcasing, man. Collaboration is the way to go, Bobbie.
You know, it's really, the Emerald City really shows up for each other. Community, you know, we're community driven. You know, Rainier Radio, God is, all these people are looking out for each other, and I really appreciate it. You know, we're trying to stay safe out here and, you know, feed people in need. So I really appreciate him, God is, and what they're doing for the community. And it's a beautiful thing to see.
Yeah, hey, don't trip if you see me out there tomorrow, bro. You know what I'm saying? I might need to get some of that fresh produce, man. I know a lot of folks are looking at how they're eating too during this time because health is so important. And I know in the Black community, when we were talking about the disparities of COVID, you know, a lot of people are like, well, what can I do, right? Because, all right, if my family has a history of diabetes, if I have, you know, high blood pressure, hypertension, how can I change some of my eating habits to adjust so that my body is more healthy to fight off, you know, this kind of COVID infection? I think a lot of people are starting to think about that now. So please, you guys, if you need to, go down there and get some food. Again, I'm excited. And I'll say this, Bobbie, we got a great segment coming up after the break.
Yeah, I wanted to add on to your thing. And what you brought up is about, you know, people that do have restrictions on what they can eat in their diet and stuff. And what I wanted to make very clear on that flyer, it said, you get to pick your own food. I think that's very important. I talk about that a lot with some other organizations that I work with. It's not you show up and they give you a bag. It's that you can actually come down there and shop. So bring your own bag, do your own shopping. And yes, right after this break, we have 2 Feel Good Friday segments I'm actually pretty excited about. We're going to take one short break, and then we'll come back with our Feel Good Friday segments. You're watching the Morning Update Show. Wide.
Hi. Oh, yeah, there's the wide.
There's the wide.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Morning Update Show. I'm your co-host, Trey Holiday, doing this with my special guest co-host.
I'm the co-host, Bobbie Stills. I'm really appreciative. I want to thank Omari for letting me sit in and substitute and hold space with Treyana. Bay Holiday. It's a new getting to work with Aya over here on a different aspect. You know, I'm usually over there sitting bothering her during the show. You know, we're actually get these guys behind me.
Are you saying I'm bothering you?
I mean, no. I would never say that. I just want to take this time before we get into Feel Good Friday to let everybody know that I really appreciate all of our viewers here at on the Morning Update Show. Reverend Walden, you know, I gotta say hi to her, shout her out. Omari's father, James, you know, shout out. Get into that. Oh, right here.
There we go.
Get into that. I talked to him last night about he's getting a new mixer. He does his own little podcast thing. So, you know, I want to shout out everybody out there. Shout out all my friends. And once again, thank you for showing up every day too.
You know what? It really is a family. It's such an effort. And I think that all of us are really dedicated to bringing real stories out to our community. What I'm really loving about the Converge brand is how people are really receiving it. People are like, look, if, you know, especially after we just did that expose and we're able to go through and showcase all of these receipts of Chief Scoggins out there in the chop. I think a lot of people were just like, this is why I watch Converge. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you know, when you are a fabric of the community that you're reporting on, your reporting in perspective is just different. It's deeper, it's more connected. And we see that in the ways that we report versus major media. So Bobbie, thank you. This is such a family. You know what I mean?
I didn't know you were going to bring that up. You know, I want to say this, you know, we appreciate all the feedback we got from not just that story, but keeping all the receipts. O mentioned, you need an eyewitness. You need some testimony about what went down. I'm not hard to find. Bobbie Still's on all platforms. But yeah, people really appreciated that. We were on top of that. Converge is there. That's what we do. We're truth tellers, bridge builders. We're out here just trying to call it like we see it.
That's
100%. That's why I'm here.
100%. I love that because that's one of the things, Amari, we all now say 100%.
100%.
That brings us right into our Feel Good Friday.
That's right. All right, let's get into this. The Eat Okra app. We go ahead and roll this for us, all ya?
I grew up with my grandmother. She was just a hard worker. She did a lot of things on her own. These are real recipes that my grandmother used. After 10 years, we've laid a really good foundation. I envision my fish and chips all across the nation. It really could be that big. There's still so much more work to do. To get to the point where we are now is a blessing. I'm employing family, I'm employing community. It's all been a pleasure.
Big shout out Emerald City Fish. Big shout out to Eat Okra app. If you guys haven't heard of them or know about them, go check them out. They help you find Black businesses around the nation. And that's pretty cool. Last night that Bud Light ran that on Thursday Night Football during the Seahawks game. So it was nice, to Rainier Avenue get some shine.
Oh my gosh. You know what? As a real, community member, every time, it's real pride beaming, when our stuff gets that kind of shine and spotlight. And I love that because you're absolutely right. We deserve that large audience. Absolutely. So I'm so happy for that.
I couldn't think of anybody else more deserving. I've been going there for a long time. And we're known in Pacific Northwest for our fish.
That's right.
I don't know how, I wonder if they, donate some Bud Light to do some beer battered fish. I'm not sure, but I want to thank them once again and make sure you go check them out and go check out, support Emerald City Fish.
Yeah, Emerald City Fish and Chips.
Yeah, our next one is going to be Truly Unruly. So it's episode 2, airing Sunday night at 8. Is it here on Converge?
Yeah, here on Converge with the True Fonts.
Here on Converge. I did watch episode 1. They're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Let's check out this clip, Aya.
And it could be, 3 a.m, the baby gets hungry, baby gets cranky. You can't really get upset. I know you may be pissed and you're
Wait.
The woman wakes up to breastfeed.
Wait. Did
so
you
should
say
focus in
you
and
don't really
in.
want to get upset?
Right.
When did you get up?
Plenty of times.
I'm like, did you hear her crying?
Sure.
Nope. But you were.
Sometimes I didn't, but I got the tap.
You
from
were right
though.
next to.
Tap for the elbow. Yeah.
It's like I'm tapping out. Like, ding ding.
Right.
Please help me.
I was right there.
Yeah, he was.
I love that. I think what they really showcase is so much of what many people experience in their partner relationships. And that's what makes them so relatable. Right there, they're talking about something that so many with newborns have experienced. It's a real thing. You get that cry in the middle of the night, man, I would be nudging too. I'd be tapping too. Hold on. Let's, get some partnership over here. Help out because absolutely it takes two. And really, I know so many of us have experienced that.
Yeah,
that have kids.
Their dynamic is pretty good. Their back and forth is I like it very much. The visual podcast stuff coming up. It's a lot different when you actually get to see people's emotions on their face, and those guys really ham it up. So.
Well, I know because you're like an audio guy. Like you study that audio.
Yeah,
man.
that's where I started. That's where I started at was creating podcasts. From podcasts, we started creating visuals for those podcasts and stuff like that. Speaking of, I wanted to go ahead and let people know that, we've been converting a lot of our interviews and a lot of our shows into podcasts. I know a lot of people don't have time to actually watch things, but, podcasts. So go visit, whereweconverge.com.
Where we converge.
And there should be a drop-down tab for podcasts. And, if you don't like the audio or it sounds like crap, blame me.
I'm glad you'll take the blame, Bobbie.
Do we have any other programming notes, Shaina?
You know what? No more programming notes today. Normally, I would have chats with Trey at 2, but let me tell you guys, with COVID, it's been tough. We have our crew, and our crew is doing this and doing that and all over. So I just want to let people know that we will be providing that product soon again. It will not run today, but again, what a great episode that we had. And I love anytime we can end with a Feel Good Friday, Bobbie. So thank you.
Yeah, I just want to go ahead and I want to go back and thank Nicole Lynn Perry from the Washington Black Trans Task Force, Ayron Jones, Shaina Shepard, Chong the Nomad, Smash for what they're doing. Somebody in the comments said everybody looked like the Black Brady Bunch on there. That was pretty good.
That was good.
Tony B, once again, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you, Trey.
Come on.
Thank
This
you,
is all thanks.
Thank
Jake
you, back here snapping pictures. Omari, we appreciate you, and especially the viewers. The community out there that helps us do our job every day. We really appreciate you guys. We're trying to do good work for you guys, and we see your support, and it really touches our heart and warms us. Warms me, especially.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say this, that it's been growing so organically. And it's been beautiful to be a part of and to actually witness. So again, I echo Bobbie's sentiments. Thank you all. Thank all supporters, donators, anybody who has spread the word, shared the stream.
Share that stream.
Thank you all. And with that, we get to wrap it up today.
Yeah.
All right, time to stand, all you.
Shout out Nikki too. I didn't forget about you.
Yeah, Nikki's the greatest. Yeah. And so until Monday at 11 a.m., y'all, peace.
Wear your mask.
Lift every voice and sing till earth in heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. Sing it again now. The victory is won. Victory is won.